The top 10 lists gurus have threatened and tried to sue me for revealing to you today. What is up, guys? Zach in here.
Rick in here.
And in today's video, we are going to show you the lists that wholesaling gurus have tried to suppress from us to show you. These are lists that wholesaling gurus do not want you to know. These are the lists that actually give you the result. The reason why gurus have threatened to sue us, because number one, this is probably the most common one, is because they thought they started wholesaling like 2 years ago, and they thought of a new list in their mind. And they said, I created this. And lo and behold, I do a live stream and I talk about it. And they're like, I created that myself. I'm going to threaten to sue you, and I'm going to try to sue you. Hence, we get letters from lawyers. We mentioned to a lawyer a video 4 years ago of us doing that exact list. In some cases, we have to show back all the way from when you started this business of you doing that method. And then boom, the lawsuit usually goes away. Guys, we get hit with so many guru threatens, cease and desists, lawsuits all the time. I've said it before. Gurus threaten me. Gurus' wives will beat them up in my DMs. You've seen it. I've shown you it. Happens all the time. They want us to stop teaching this stuff for free. The reason is because the stuff I'm going to show you today is the stuff behind these crazy $4, $5, $6, even $15,000 wholesaling programs. They're all behind them. And we're going to give you those lists absolutely for free right now and show you how to do it for wholesaling real estate success. So if you're excited, you're ready to go, we're going to share it, we're going to get it, and we're going to show you. Because guys, we've been wholesaling for a while. We know a thing or two. We've been around the bush. We know every single type of list you can pull, each one that will create a motivated seller, how a motivated seller is created, and we're just going to show you exactly how to do it the right way, absolutely for free. Let's get it going. This is no particular order, but I ordered it 1 through 10. No order of how important, but let's start with number 1, code violations. Now, this seems funny, like I'm making a joke here, but I've gotten threatened so many times for telling people about the code violation list, especially starting out. Never got no one sent me an actual lawsuit for teaching code violations. I got a lot of heat for it. And this was because I was doing code violations 6 years ago, and nobody on YouTube when we started talked about code violation. It was super secret list. I can't make money off of this, so I'm not going to talk about it. And that was probably the first list that we got a lot of flack on for talking about. And this is basically a list of people that have a property and maybe it's ugly, right? And code enforcement goes around, drives around, looks for an ugly house. Code enforcement is literally driving $4 and looking for ugly houses, and they put it on a list like Santa Claus, and they just give you the list.
Or Karen tells on their neighbors and gets shown the list.
Or an old lady or an old person that thinks a property is an eyesore to the community. Yeah. Guess what they do? Slap a fine on that thing. Get it from your code enforcement department. Ask for all open code violations. I prefer ones with tall grass. I like structural damage and mold and mildew on the property. I'm telling you, it's an amazing, hot wholesaling real estate list. You got to be going after the code violation. And I get in trouble for it all the time. That's good. Number 2, this is a huge one, but this is the garage sale list. Guys, we've gotten attacked on this a lot. There's a lot of garage sale mastery wholesaling courses out here. They're absolutely ridiculous. Drive me nuts, but there are courses out here that will try to sell you on how to make money off garage sales. They'll call it like, I don't know, the monkey method, or they have a name for it, right? That they have their own sexy name or spin on it, but what they do is just show you how to go after garage sales. So what is the garage sale list?
Garage sales, oh God, this is so basic. It's basically you get a list of all garage sales in the areas that you farm and you like to do wholesaling. And then it's not what you typically think, is people like, oh, we're going to go there and we're going to try to buy that piece of real estate. No, it's actually kind of the opposite. What you're really trying to target are absentee owners, which are basically your landlords. And when these properties get listed for a garage sale, and you can find them all, they're all online. The old days we used to have to go through Craigslist. And then basically you get that information. And then what you want to do is skip trace and go to truepeoplesearch.com, find the owner, and then call them. Hey, are you the owner of this property? Hey, do you have any interest in selling it? And then either if they're selling it or not, that's when you connect with them, letting them know, hey, I noticed you're having a garage sale on the property. And the key is here is usually get, yeah, I know about it, which is you're probably not going to get far, or what are you talking about? I have a tenant in there. They shouldn't be doing that. I go, listen, just not to be the bearer of bad news. I drove by, saw all the furniture out on the side. And honestly, that's the point. If he's ever going to, he or she's going to consider selling it, it's when they have what we call a midnight tenant move out. And when the tenant moves out, usually there's repairs, there's a vacancy, there's no money. That's going to be the opportunity to strike a deal with that seller. And the best way is you kind of befriend them by giving them private information that if you didn't call them, they would have never even known about them. So you actually help them out. So it is a numbers game and you have to sort through it, but you're looking for the landlord-owned properties, and then you let them know there's a garage sale at their property, and then hopefully you strike a relationship with them, and you have first shot at buying the property if they decide to sell it. That's it.
It's a great list. I love the garage sale list. It's free.
You get a lot of midnight move-out tenants on it, and that's why it's so valuable. You just want to filter through the ones that are like the chronic. You know the people in the neighborhood have the garage sale every weekend, and after a while, you just figure out how to do it. And in the old days, we used to mail to them. Now we just cold call them. But you can put this in your rotational list. It's absolutely amazing. I'd like to tell you I invented it. It's been around forever. It just people didn't share it as much as before. And we're all about giving you the information so you can get started and get your best wholesaling deals. So having this on the list, the garage sale list, is imperative. I'm telling you guys, whenever there's a change of circumstance, you have an opportunity to buy a property. Garage sale is probably one of the biggest indicators of people making a change, either them or the tenant.
I agree 100%. We're through here. This is the Facebook groups list. I can tell you time and time again, there's about 4 or 5 active wholesaling coaches out here that hate my guts solely because I tell you guys how to make money off of Craigslist and Facebook groups. I can tell you guys straight up, Facebook groups, there are courses out there for $8,000, $9,000, $10,000.
It's absolutely insane.
And they market it in every which way, right? And I'm gonna get in trouble for even saying this. But guys, this is a method that you used when Facebook groups started in like 2011. Okay. Craigslist, what, 2007 you started, 2006 you did, like these are methods he told me 6 years ago. And gurus they wake up one day and be like, I invented finding a motivated seller on Craigslist and on Facebook groups. Guys, people have been posting, oh my gosh, they've been posting we buy ugly houses on Craigslist and Facebook groups for like over, I think 11 years now. Like no one invented this. But when I tell you guys how to do it, I get in trouble. I'm the one that is the scapegoat, and people are losing $10,000 coaching programs because I share with you guys how to do it. Literally all you have to do is just go to Facebook groups, and not like a wholesaling group, but like, a mom's group or like a locals group. So Memphis citizens group, and just say, hey, how's it going? My name's John, whatever. I'm a citizen. Maybe you say some nice things, and then you make a post after you get some traction. And it's like, hey, are you looking to sell your property? I'm looking to buy it for cash, and me and my partner, we pay closing costs and we do it fast, right? And the cool part about this is if you do it enough times, you can get wholesaling deals. And it's a constant rotation of it. You can do this on Craigslist. Like I interviewed Brian Holmes. He's a electrical engineer out of Syracuse, New York. He posted on Craigslist every single day for like 4 months. And then he got an $18,000 deal and then a $21,000 deal after that. Crazy, right? Free marketing, costs nothing. The leads come to you and it costs nothing. And I get in trouble as somebody who is selling, that's sharing people's patented program. I'm like, we buy ugly houses on a Craigslist and Facebook group. It's like, come on.
I think the real reason why they service with papers like that, first of all, you can sue me all you want saying you own a technique. Like you have to prove it, not me. You're gonna have to prove its origins, everything, and I will just rip that apart. Number two, the reality is why you're doing it is it's screwing up your old school coaching program, and you think you're gonna throw like a wrench in it. So I'm very diverse with lawyers and everything else. It's just, guys, stop trying to own marketing techniques that have been around forever. That one we're talking about, someone put like this unique like little phrase on it and like, no, I invented it. I'm like, you didn't invent it unless you invented like Facebook and everything else. Unless you were like in the room with Mark Zuckerberg, there's no way you're going to prove like you ever own that. It's ridiculous. It's so stupid. The whole key with Facebook is just to let you know the whole big secret, like a ton of people tried to sell, it's an organic connection. So you guys see in groups, they spam all the time. That's the worst way to ever get a deal. The worst thing you can do, because you show your true intentions up front. So if you can organically connect with groups, like I like fishing groups, I like dog groups, stuff like that, and you build a rapport in there, and then you say, hey, by the way, and you can have those conversations. That's it. That was your $3,000 to $5,000 course that was sold forever. Guys, this has been around forever. This is nothing new.
No, it's insane. Like, guys, we invent methods in wholesaling, and then gurus will go try to steal it. I'm not threatening to sue anybody. Like, the thing is,
we don't.
The information we give out, it goes to the people. It's like the guy that invented the polio vaccine. He decided not to patent it. He just wanted to give it to the people, basically, so everyone in the world doesn't have to have polio, and he doesn't want to profit from it, so everyone can have it for free. Kind of like us, Kind
of like the Elon Musk. We kind of bought Twitter and we were revealing the files.
I don't think about that. No, I'm not going to get in that.
It's true.
I'm not going to get in that because the algorithm likes that one. But I can tell you guys, we invented reverse. I don't want to say we invented reverse drawing for dollars, but the method that we talked about is pretty much the first one. I'm not the person that's saying I invented it.
No,
I'm just the first person that said it on social media. So I'm just telling you guys, it's a good method. I think think, and the cool part about that is you can use like Chat GPT and just ask it for queries to make. So for example, create an ad telling people that I'm looking to buy houses for cash for a Craigslist post. It'll make one really cool one. It'll make one a lot more simpler, and then make 10 or 15 variations of that. Then you can post it every single day. Copy paste, the ad copy is made. Facebook group, all these amazing things. And you can use AI to do it for you. Now, we have AI videos. Just go to freewholesaling.com. It is all in there. Guys, Facebook groups are number 4. This is one that we've gotten some heat on, but we only get heat on it because number 1, the only reason gurus give us heat on these is because it actually works. They're making a ton of money off of it, and their students are making a lot of money from it, and they want to keep it a secret because it's not talked about. Number 4, bail bondsman list, right?
Yeah, I mean, I found it by accident. I actually had to meet with a bail bondsman to settle up a lien on a property, and then that's when she showed me 4 other properties she had. I went up buying 2, and now I will tell you that you have to be organic about it. You actually form a relationship. Most of the bail bondsmen in your town, like these businesses are handed around like generation to generation. So our local ones go back 100 years plus, so they know everybody. And when Johnny gets in trouble or Susie gets in trouble, they use their house as collateral to put up the bond, and they secure it against the property. And then, but the reality is the bond's never really the issue. It just, you find people that are in distress and you try to help them out because they usually have financial penalties and stuff like that. And it's usually mom or dad that puts up the house, and then sometimes they get stuck with the bill. And then if somebody has to go away, then that house usually has to be sold. So it's a great, I love bail bonds. I started like initially with it, but I will tell you, it does take time. You got to build relationships. But guys, bail bonds, number 1 technique to secure any bond is secure it against a piece of real estate. And once they do that, the clock's ticking, and steps have to be taken for them to cure the bond issue. And sometimes if the person gets in real trouble, they have to leave the house has to be sold. The bail bondsman still gets their money. And the reason the bail bondsman will work with wholesalers is because they really don't want their house. They just want their fees. Yeah. And the best way to get the fees is to get the house sold. So either they're going to take it to a foreclosure auction or find someone like us that will actually either take over the debt or buy the house as is so they can get their lien paid, because they're always going to be in a first position.
Yeah, and it works so well. So if you go to freewholesaling.com, we do share how to use it. Like a $4,000 mini course you can do on there.
That could be a big course right there.
It's a huge course because it's like you can make it really sexy.
Yeah.
And people see it, they're like, oh. Yeah, we could really make it all nice because number 1, there's no cold calling involved. There's no marketing fees involved. The leads are just right there. Perfect. And no one in your market's doing it. Are you sick of your competition? We could get all, just go to freewholesaling.com. It's all there. Number 5, this is a huge one, but probates, right? Yeah. Guys, we get attacked all the time. I invented probate real estate wholesaling. I invented I'm like, unless you invented people passing away, which no one did, it's just life.
Yeah.
You didn't invent probate, okay? And wholesaling probate properties, we have books from the 60s, 70s talking about this forever. Stuff, okay? So unless you are one of these authors, like I don't want to hear it from you, okay? Because probates are an amazing strategy, and these are the strategies where you make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a deal. Mm-hmm. I get attacked so much. I'm like, I'm the probate master. I'm the king of probates. You got to stop with your stuff. Hey, we get attacked all the time. Guys, we do it for the people. We have people, like I've said, like Benji, who I've showed him yesterday. He made $50K on his first probate deal in Florida. Like, why do I have to deal with these gurus and the flack? Because people like Benji will make $50K from the information we give for free. And I do it for people like him because I know going through all the stupid stuff with gurus is worth it because these people are making so much money. That's why I say it's always worth it. So number 5, that is the probate list. It's essential. It's amazing. Number 6 here, this is a huge one. This is the water shutoff list. Guys, the water shutoff list, holy moly. I get attacked on this all the time, but this is a list you get of people that have their water shut off in their county or city. Think about it. The water's not running in the house. Definitely probably not wanting to live in there, right? And it's probably an ugly house. There's probably a lot of stress going on it. And this is a list you can absolutely pull from free. You can absolutely pull for free from your utility department, and you just get it online for free. Maybe if I'll send an email, but you can get this list really simple and easy, right? Yeah. So freewholesaling.com does have that, but it's an amazing list. I get attacked all the time on it. Kind of similar to like the fire damage property list. You know, it's a free list. You get it from the fire department. The house went on fire. They got in the insurance check. I don't want to live in it anymore. There's some motivation. There are big profits from that. And we talk to people making $10, $15, $18, $20,000 on their first deal from a fire damage property list. And why I love the fire damage property list, because most wholesalers in your market aren't going after that list. It's super motivated, and there's not a lot of saturation with that list, even if you're in a crazy saturated market. So if you're in Houston, Dallas, Miami, that's a list you should be going after, because most wholesalers won't go after it. It's a little tougher to pull. That means your competition will. I love that list too. I saw a guy, he has a fire damage property course, and like, bro, you gotta stop. This is my thing. Everyone thinks like this is your thing. No, all right. I give the entire game out for free.
Yeah, wholesaling's our game. Like that's it. So it's guys, these lists, they've always been passed down. People put extra spins on them. Yeah, like I put my spin on probate, but like I share it with you guys. I don't hide behind a course and go, you can only get this information if you pay for my course. It's just, I don't know. You guys know how I feel about it. I'm not going to go into it. So
number 7, this is a big one, and this is a recent one I have to talk about. But as of this year, 2023, as of this year, there has been 4 reverse drawing for dollars courses out here.
4.
Yeah. 3 courses, one what they call forever webinar. I don't want to expose it, but there's like what a forever webinar is like. I can teach you a new method that costs basically nothing. No wholesalers are doing. Leads will come to you, and there's no cold calling. I hate cold calling. SMS is the worst, and you don't have to pull any lists, and you don't have to do any of this. No softwares. Just hop on the webinar, and I'll teach you this crazy new method. And they put their spin on it, and what it is, it's reverse drawing for dollars. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm still shocked people are doing recorded webinars. I'm going to tell you, like early 2000 and like even late 2000, it was everything. They're like, it's automatic, it's amazing. You'll just sell while you sit on the beach. And I'm just, guys. So now the new trick is people still do these dated webinars. Run if you have a webinar because it's just a sales funnel. Number 2 is they're marketing around this stuff. It's like you don't even know what you're getting into. All I hear is you're going to get motivated sellers. They'll come pouring in your computer. You never have to do anything. Guys, if you believe crap like that, you are going to just get all your money taken from you. You got to stop buying in these ridiculous marketing pitches. They don't work. Wholesaling's like real work. You actually have to apply yourself and do it. Do you really think there's a software that's just going to load your inbox of highly motivated sellers with $50,000 deals? Because if it was there, I'd already have it and I would have shared it with every one of you guys. It doesn't exist because they never ever deliver what they promise. They deliver it for the marketing message so they can get your money, and then they're going to highlight the few people that had success with it and the thousands of people that never used it or didn't get a deal with it. You'll never hear from them. And this is the problem with the whole guru industry. Zach, you tell me, in the last year, have you ever seen it worse? The marketing pit. You don't have to do anything. It just fills your inbox.
It's getting worse.
And then now the newest one is, ready for this? You don't ever have to talk to sellers. You don't ever have to talk to buyers. It's all done automatically. And AI is going to do everything for you. Guys, do you believe that? You are going to get work. That is absolutely nuts. AI will assist you and will help you process leads faster. I agree. But it's never going to close people automatically. And honestly, if I go up against a guy who's using AI, somebody just the other day offered a strategy. Goes, listen, my software will talk to your sellers. You don't even have to do anything anymore. Really? It's just going to talk to your sellers. Guys, use AI to help your business, but you have to be the person that does the connection piece because we are the missing link. It's called human beings. And once we're replaced, it's over. But as long as humans own real estate, you will always need wholesalers, in my opinion.
I 100% agree. So I can tell you this, if you're going out here and you hear a new pitch of a new wholesaling strategy, I promise you, me and Rick have looked at it. They always email me or they always try to message me or reach out to me and they try to get me to promote it. Okay. Every single wholesaling software I've ever seen, the owner has always messaged me, try to get me to promote it. And they want to do it for free, obviously. And I always look at it and I always look at the back ends. Yeah. And if I don't mention it, it ain't good. So guys,
we test everything, guys. And honestly, very, very few ever meet the criteria. So the ones we already have, we use in our business and we've tested for multiple years. And I'm never going to put someone's product on here that has no track record, we don't have any experience in. It's not going to happen.
So number 8 here is the IRS and credit card debt lien lists. You get attacked on this all the time too. Guys, if somebody's behind on their taxes, their IRS taxes, they're behind on their credit cards, this is an amazing list. Most wholesaling, gurus, most wholesalers in general don't know about this list, but I did learn how to pull lists like this because I started going out here and I kind of looked at my deals after I got them done. And I looked up the sellers and see if they had liens or the public records on them. And the interesting part is you look at the process of wholesaling real estate. What makes a motivated seller? Is there like a certain day that they become one? No, it's a process, right? And what I found a lot of these motivated sellers is sometimes they don't pay their property taxes, so it's tax delinquency, and they don't pay the next year, and then they stop paying their credit cards, and then they're a motivated seller. The cool part is if you can hit them on any of those, they're already going to be on a list for you, and then boom, you start marketing to it. And so one source I found is people behind on their federal taxes and then people behind on their credit cards. That doesn't automatically make them a motivated seller, but usually a month or two down the line, then they become motivated. So that's why I love the credit card debt lien list, is because once they hit that list, you might not hit it the first follow-up, but the second follow-up of that list, the third, now they're going to start becoming motivated. And that's sort of the point. It's not like you pull the list instantly and you market to it, right? You get a little time to simmer and it's going to hit it. And that's just another strategy to go after a motivated seller that nobody talks about. It's like another way. IRS debt lien list, the credit card debt vet lien list. You can pull it from public records absolutely for free. It's at freewholesaling.com. Learn how to pull it right there. Hey, you know this. You're not paying your taxes. You're not paying your credit cards. You're most likely one to get rid of the property and sell it because you got some equity in it, right?
Yeah, and a lot of people, they freak out at certain processes, meaning nobody likes to get a letter from the IRS saying you owe money, and it usually can create panic, and they feel overwhelmed, and they're like, okay, I got to get this property sold to settle up on this bill. So sometimes it happens with just a credit card bill, sometimes the IRS, sometimes it's the first notice for foreclosure. But along those lists, the further they get along with it, the more they're going to be, in my opinion, more motivated. You just got to find the key points to hit them at.
Yeah, I agree. Number 9, the Zillow for sale by owners list. I tell you, people sell courses on how to get free leads. This is my favorite one. I'm going to sell you a course for $1,000 how to market for no money. And it's like, what? And then the FSBOs are in there, and I get attacked all the time. I never got any lawsuit for it, but I've gotten threatened like crazy FSBOs.
Yeah.
And it's always the funny. It's like,
that's been around since like the turn of time.
Oh, realtors have owned that one. I give that to the realtors, not me. You just call the Zillow for sale by owner list. They're sitting there over 100 days old. Call them below the median home price. Just call them up and lowball them. I like to offer at least 70% off the listing price. And I'm telling you, you give 100 of those offers out, 95 of them are going to say no, but the 5%, 5 of them are going to say yes. And those are $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 deals. And so yes, I give the offer knowing 95% of the time, even if I do it the best way possible, I'm not going to get it, right? It's like a baseball player. Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, Aaron Judge, they don't hit 100%. They might hit, 36, 40% if they're like the greatest. That's the point, right? You're not going to hit every one, but if you can hit a decent amount of them over time, you're considered one of the greatest, right? And that is the point. Last but not least, number 10, wholesaling vacant land. Last year, we got a huge spat with somebody because we did a video called Wholesaling Vacant Land. Yeah. Somebody tried to patent. They literally tried to, this is the funniest part, but they tried to create wholesaling vacant land as a copy. They try to copyright that. Yeah. They try to copyright that term, trademark it as, I invented this. Nobody has ever talked about this. And it's like, what? Yeah. And they got it through, and we had to go through a whole spat with them, and they didn't win, and we won. We keep this behind the scenes. I had another person, we did a video called Wholesaling Vacant Land 101, and they didn't like that either. They was like, I'm gonna report you. That's what they said, and I'm gonna take your channel down. Yeah. And I'm like, for saying that? Like, yeah, you can't even say that. I just said that. Apparently, I don't own that trademark. I don't know. But
I don't know. Wholesaling land, like, I gotta be missing something here, man.
Insane. That person watches all of our videos.
I know. It's okay.
They listen to our land. Hello, hi. They listen to our land wholesaling videos, and then get the information, and then they'll probably try to use some of that information. My guess is that.
We're selfish for giving out free information.
So it's hilarious.
What's your end game?
But I've gotten people trying to patent words and terms that we say. And here's the coolest part: they try to trademark a word that we'll make. So for example, they'll try to trademark reverse drying for dollars, and then try to hit us with a lawsuit. Yeah. Not that specific example, but this has happened before. And guess how trademark works? If you've been saying it and it's been your catchphrase, you actually can use it if someone trademarks it. Yeah. So actually, this is a funny term. Somebody trademarked the term virtual wholesaling. Someone actually did that, but they trademarked it, I think, like a couple of years ago. And I've been saying virtual wholesaling for 6 years on YouTube. No, 5 years on YouTube. And so if they ever hit us a lawsuit, lawyers have told us we can actually still say it because we've been saying it longer than they've trademarked it. Yeah. And it's part of our business to a point. And so it's fine. So people have tried that. Guys, I'm just letting the gurus know that are watching this. You can trademark anything you say. So you can trademark the name Zach Ginn. The problem is I've been saying the name Zach Ginn for my entire life. So you'll never win in court with us. Try to trademark anything we say. If we said it first on YouTube, it's technically trademarked. So that's why I love YouTube on it. But yeah, guys, people try to trademark everything we say. Oh, I invented it. Ain't gonna invent
Why
it, right?
Just go out there and teach people techniques that actually work? The whole point of like trademarking is like, I'm going to put a wedge between you and the information so you can't get it out anymore. And me and Zach think that's 100% wrong, and I'll take on anybody on that. Like, people really think they own everything. Create your own content, that's fine. Like, whatever, you want to sell a course, knock yourself out. But the reality is, you think you're going to attack us with like trademarking a name? Like, dude, I'm on my 21st year. So I can go back in time and pretty much show you I've learned it from a ton of other people from before my time. And then this is how life works.